What do you believe is the current state of the economy? Are we headed towards a golden age, or are we headed towards a recession? Christina?
All right, well, I'll start with sort of where we're headed, where we are now and where we're headed maybe over the next year or year and a half. And I think the big picture is where we are right now is fine, right? So inflation is a lot lower than it was a couple of years ago. The unemployment rate, though it's inched up, is still low by historical standards. And GDP growth is not robust, but it's certainly positive, and that's a good sign. So, and if things just stayed as they are, we'd probably say they're fine. We are having a lot of policy on trade with the tariffs, which I know we'll talk a lot about. My best guess is the direct effect of the tariffs will be a little bit negative. So cause some inflation, cause some loss of efficiency, output growth lower than it otherwise would have been. But if it's just, sort of the direct effect of the tariff, probably not so bad. I think the thing that worries me is just the sense of policy uproar, right? So I think what we're seeing in the markets, what you're seeing if you talk to businesses, business leaders, they're just nervous, right? There is so much policy. There's tariffs doing this one day and that the next day. And I think it's that, economies don't do well with chaotic policy. And so if I had to single out what makes me the most nervous, it is this sense of policy uncertainty that's making economic agents, our households, our businesses, nervous. And when people get uncertain, what they tend to do is nothing, right? They don't consume, they don't invest, and that can be devastating for the economy. So if I had to say, what's the probability of recession? It's certainly gone up in the last couple of months. It's still not over 50%. A lot of the best analysts say kind of 30%, but it's a very real possibility exactly because we're starting to see consumer spending slip. We're starting to see investment slip. And so that's, to me, the big risk factor.